Still a couple minutes.
Nope, we're good. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Can somebody move action 1.02 to approve the agenda?
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 6-0-0. In the event of an emergency, we need to evacuate the building. We can go out either of the two doors in our room, move away from the building as far as possible. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For those of you at home, if you're wishing to reach out to the Board of Education, you can reach us at clerk@fulton.cnyric.org. There is nobody signed up for public forum this evening, so we're going to move on to action 1.06, approve the July 8th regular meeting minutes.
Move it.
Somebody second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 5-0-1. Action 1.07 to approve the July 8th reorganizational meeting minutes.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 5-0-1. President's report for this evening. We have a few meetings coming up at the end of the month. We have our school law conference. If you have not already signed up and you wish to do so, please let Mrs. Trude know. Also, the August 1st through 3rd, there's the NYSBA Leadership and Education Conference. August 12th, we have our regular board meeting, and then on the 26th, there's quite a few things going on that day. We do have our Stuff Bus over at the War Memorial. If there's anyone who wants to help out with that, just let Mrs. Trude know. And then I believe that there's the 7th grade picnic that our admin team will be going to. So because of those two wonderful events, we are going to push our regular meeting time off to 7 o'clock, and we'll meet right here in the boardroom at 7 o'clock.
Would that be a good one to split up, Brenda? Some of us at one, some of us at another, for a forum?
Could definitely do that. I mean, we won't,
Yeah.
if we all want to go to the same ones, we can. We'll just be there celebrating our students. But yeah, if some want to go to the 7th grade picnic and some want to go to the Stuff Bus, that'd be good because then we can kind of make an appearance there as well. So, NYSBA convention discussion. That will be coming up in October. But I do believe that in August, Mrs. Trude will be able to start reserving rooms and reservations for that conference. So if you are interested in going, we just need to let her know. And then if for some reason, because I know October is a little bit of a ways off, if we do need to cancel out and someone can't make it, we just need to let you know. You sent me, it was early October.
October 10th.
We're going to get you that date. We'll have Doug put it in the backup. Just, I think it was in the last one, but just so that we know, because life happens sometimes, and we have all good intentions of going. But if we can just kind of let us know, that kind of keeps us, financially aware of what's going on and being responsible in that way as well. Another topic we kind of briefly talked about, membership dues for some of our organizations. So I know the business office is wanting to get for those organizations that we want to still take part in, they want to go ahead and get those dues out to them. So maybe we can just kind of have this conversation again, just to, let them know so they can get on with their business. I think we talked that rural schools, just for the purposes of what we do, they don't necessarily do anything different for us than NYSBA does. The difference being that they might not be lobbying for us, but NYSBA is. So in my opinion, that could be one if we are wanting to remove one that we could possibly remove. I obviously would like to get feedback from my colleagues on that one.
And we also discussed, getting rid of that one, although it's not the higher of the two we discussed, because we also discussed getting rid of, what was the other one?
The Central New York School Boards Association, and I know that their dues are a little bit higher, but they do provide several opportunities for trainings. They have more trainings that will be coming up this year, especially with our student board reps, because now that the state is mandating that for all school districts, they want to start doing a little bit more with that, not only with our currently sitting students, but anybody who might be interested. So if there's a sophomore out there who wants to know a little bit more about it, they could go to the training. And if we're in that membership, I believe that, and I won't say it for sure, but I'm pretty positive that that is covered. I believe that's what they said at the last meeting that I attended. But as always, there's membership versus non-membership dues. They also do collaborate with Oswego County School Boards as well. And we haven't had to pay for Oswego County School Boards in the last 5-6 years. I do know that they will be presenting in front of school boards in the fall, but they said that is a very nominal fee, and they definitely do give a lot of trainings for us, or bringing different speakers in for us, or getting us hooked up with our assemblymen and different people who will help lobby for us in Albany. So that's something we want to kind of keep an eye on. But Central New York, they lobby for us at the our county levels, or closer to home for us, where NYSBA, they're going on that state level. And obviously NYSBA does a lot of our trainings and offers a lot of free webinars. So
what we talked about at our agenda setting meeting was that possibly right now, and whatever everyone thinks is the discussion, but getting rid of rural schools for now, because we know we can get those things covered by NYSBA and other organizations we're a part of. Keep one more year on the Central New York to see what a lot of these things that they're starting to do with the student representatives, because it sounded like a lot of great stuff if we stay involved in the lobbying they do, but then addressing it next year once we've had another year to really look at it and see the different things that they're coming out and offering, and then keep the other ones for now that we're already heavily involved with.
thoughts and discussion from the rest of our colleagues on what you guys might want to do?
I think that's a good idea. I know we did talk about, with the rural schools, that a lot of this stuff's picked up from other ones, so, yeah, I like that idea.
Good?
I'm good.
All right, so then we will get this into our business office that we're going to eliminate rural schools at this time. We'll reevaluate the Central New York School Boards Association next year. NYSBA we will keep, and then we will discuss Oswego County School Boards if they come and talk to us in the fall. Right now, we don't have a membership, so we might as well keep them right now.
Sounds good.
Okay. All righty. Well, with that then, I think we can move on to the superintendent's report.
All right, thank you very much. First, I want to welcome Ms. Hollenbeck to our meeting. This is her first meeting as our student representative on the board. So welcome, we look forward to seeing you at our future meetings. The only other item that I have on my agenda for this evening is our cell phone policy update. So obviously we'll be touching on this a little bit later in the meeting as well. But this is the policy that we have to have approved and updated on our website by August 1st. This will put us into compliance with the governor's order. And we did receive feedback previously from our community on this, which was one of the steps we had to take via a survey. Our policy committee has discussed this a couple of times now. The policy that you're seeing is the third draft of the policy itself. It is very consistent with what other school districts are doing around the state. We did take some steps. We aren't quite as specific, although it does outline for us that students will have to put their devices away, and it designates the different ways that they can be stored away. We've chosen to outline that portion of not really the policy, but our plans moving forward in a regulation. Therefore, we would have a little more flexibility to update that reg if needed. Right now, really, it looks like the two main avenues that we could go to are pouches that students could use. Those are quite expensive. We did receive from the governor from the state $16,001 which we could apply for and use toward something like pouches, lock boxes, other ways to store these devices. One of the issues we're running into is because of it's based on our student population. The pouches, for instance, they run about $30 a piece. There are some cheaper ones that we've looked into, but we haven't heard too much back on. It's really not an avenue that we really feel like is smart for us to go down right now financially.
And the question would be smartphones, but also smartwatches. So wouldn't
Correct.
you need multiple for the same student, or would they all fit into the same pouch?
I guess it depends on how many devices they bring.
Right.
Yes. So, still a lot of discussion on our end as far as really hammering out a final decision on how student devices will be stored. We will have a final regulation on that determined by the August 1 deadline. Likely, we seem to be leaning a little bit toward lockers and what that might look like for our students, because there is no cost associated with that. We have them there. It's really, it would just be enforcing that. So for us moving forward, like I said, we will be providing that updated regulation, and that will be coming in the coming days. We have a meeting set up this week with our administrative team to finalize that, and that's kind of where we stand. But the big step for us is making sure the policy is approved, and then we will end up having to post it into our website as well as send it into the state, and that way we will be in compliance and meeting that deadline.
And just for some of our members, I mean, we understand, but in case some of our community members, can you just kind of give the difference between the policy and the regulation and what the regulation means
Sure.
going forward?
Sure,
You wanna get
so,
it, Bill?
excuse me?
I was gonna throw it in, you wanna get it?
Okay. Well, if you would like to.
Well, I mean, the big reason we talked in committee about doing a regulation versus a policy is basically our outline of like what it is. The regulation is more how it's enforced. And if, for say, because we were told we had to do this by August 1st, a couple months ago, as the state normally likes to do, throw stuff at us and say, make it work. We had to go back to policy committee, bring it to the meeting, read it for the first time, go to, after our reading, the following meeting, pass something, or a regulation, we're more apt as a superintendent is how it's going to be enforced. So if there are issues, things that come up, ways that it's interpreted by the state that you can either do or not do, we have the ability to change that without having to go through the longer process and make sure this works for our students, our staff, and everybody involved without having to go through the hassle of the bureaucracy as much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Not sure if there are any other questions or,
Any other questions? All right.
and it isn't typical, but we are looking to take action on this evening. We would typically not do that in the same meeting, but because of that deadline.
Sorry, I just have one question. Given that this policy is state required, this is a state law that we have to follow, I'm just wanting to make sure what our plan is communicating this with families.
So that's actually part of our meeting this week as well with administration. We want to make sure that not only are we meeting that August 1st deadline, but then starting that
Yeah.
process of communicating pretty clearly with parents and students. Here's our plan moving forward. I would think that would be a plan of repeating that message
Yeah.
several times as we enter the school year.
Perfect.
So we're still working on that,
Okay.
but the plan is it's not just going to be a one send,
Great.
it'll be multiple times.
Thank you.
And so they will have this information prior to school starting?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all for me.
All right. We are going to move on to action 4.01, accept the financials. Somebody move it.
Move it. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 4.02, approve the use of facilities contract.
Move it. Second?
I just have a question.
Sure.
Is the swimming pool at the Fulton High School?
At
The
the
Granby.
Granby.
Well, here it says Fulton High School facilities.
Oh, it does. Okay,
Oh,
good catch.
Wasn't aware.
No, you're right, it's just
Go
the,
get that
just last
We have a new pool.
Yeah.
Is that what they've been doing over there with all that construction?
It is at Granby.
So is that something that can just be fixed, or do we need to
Do we need to move to amend it?
move to amend it?
We would have to amend.
Okay. So move to amend action 4.02. Somebody move that.
Move it.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Thank you, good catch, Mr. Vigilorm.
No, we gotta move this one again, right? Or do we just approve it now?
We have to wait for that to come back, right?
No, we amended it, so we should be
Yeah.
able to
Just
vote on
amend
it.
it. You can find it.
Okay. All right. Action 4.03, approve rates for the internal claim auditor.
Move it?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 4.04, approval of the disposal of surplus property.
Move it. Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 5.01, approve committee on special education.
Move it.
Second?
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. So for 6.01, we have our first reading on policies. There are a few of them to look over, and we will do the voting on those at our next meeting. I did have one question. I know that with the fundraising and the field trip, that was one big major policy at one point. Mr. Connors, can you just kind of take me through a little bit how you guys broke it down? I mean, I read the policies already, but like,
Yeah,
you guys,
so-
why we decided to kind of break them down and make them.
So one of the things is we'd addressed this in a couple meetings, and we kept coming back to contradictory or kind of things that made sense in one area and not the other. So with the work of Mrs. Prawl, Mrs. Hutchinson, myself, and the rest of the committee, we really tried, eventually just decided, you know what, instead of trying to have a one-size-fits-all that's not going to work, let's address each of the issues we have with each individual section, and then we sort of made those the policies, and then it made them easier when we went back in to go in and say, okay, this makes sense for this instance, or maybe, oh, let's just change the word here, and then we did that for each one, and that really helped us get to a point where we had 3 policies that made sense for each situation, because they are unique in themselves, but it was kind of that process of, you know, you couldn't get something to work, so instead of that, why not take what does work and work on that? And by splitting it up, we were able to meet those objectives.
Well, I thank you three for so much work that you guys put in. I know that went over several meetings, and you guys put a lot into that, so thank you for the background on that. Any other questions on any of the other policies? Okay. Action 6.02, we're going to approve that policy for the cell phone.
Move it?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Moving on to personnel, 7.01, accept a resignation.
Move it?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.02, appoint teachers on special assignment.
Move it.
Second it?
Is that Jess? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstaining? Passes 420. Action 7.03, appoint teachers.
Move it?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.04, appoint replacement teachers.
Move it?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.05, appoint community school summer program.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.06, appoint the staff eligible to teach targeted summer extended year students with disabilities.
Move it.
Second it. So Lori and Jess? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.07, appoint educational support staff.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.08, appoint custodial and maintenance.
Move it. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. 7.09, appoint summer bus drivers and bus attendants.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Tim, this is the one you wanted me to remind you about. Action 7.10, appoint fall athletic coaches.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Abstain.
Abstaining? Passes 501. Action 7.11, appoint unpaid volunteer athletic coaches.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.12, appoint athletic contest supervision.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.13, it's to approve the withdrawal of a resignation.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.14, approve tenure.
Move it.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Action 7.15, appoint administrative.
Move it. Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Going to move on to board forum, and why don't we start with our newest member, our student rep. How are you? Good. Anything you'd like to share with us, or things you'd like to tell us about what you do, or, you know, any questions about the meeting? Cell phone might be a big one.
I think it's definitely going to be interesting going into the school year because when I go through the hallways and everything, I see people interacting. It's not like they're on their phones, at least in the high school. So I think it's definitely going to be interesting, especially with parents. Like my parent doesn't like the idea of me not having access to her, like it's a big thing. So I think it's definitely just going to be interesting to see.
What are you hearing from the students, if anything?
I'm not really hearing anything now, but I mean, it's the idea of the freedom being restricted, like it's their personal property. And I feel like it's not as big of a deal until you make it a big deal, and that's when it causes problems. Because if you're told not to do something, you just want to do it. And that's
The truth.
That's right.
So,
Well, thank you for your input on that. We appreciate it. We welcome you to the board, and we can't wait to hear your voice coming throughout the year. So let us know whatever you're hearing and what you're thinking, and we appreciate it. All right, Mr. Connors.
It's Gwen, right?
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got it right if we're gonna be working together for a few. But congratulations again. I think it's good. Thanks Doug for all the work with the policy and making sure we got it in on time so we can start moving forward with that. And I think, for the meeting, great job earlier for the, group session we did with the lawyers and everything, just to go through, really focus on, again, all the things that are important for us to be a functioning board this year. That's all I got, Brenda.
All right, Mr. DeJong.
I'd like to welcome Ms. Hollenbeck, and thank you for your input. We'll be looking forward to that probably at each meeting. And I'm going to be helping you put together a student handbook, a student board member handbook, based on other handbooks I've gotten from other schools, so that there's something for you to follow and something for those who come after you to follow. Okay? Thank you to the policy committee and Doug for getting the cell phone policy out there, and also all the work that you guys did on these others. The field trip, that's going to be interesting to read. So, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. Park.
I want to say welcome, Ms. Hollenbeck, and I'm looking forward to hearing from what a lot of the students are thinking, and thank you for everybody to all the hard work they're doing.
Okay. Ms. O'Brien.
Thank you, Mrs. Hollenbeck, for your information, and everyone else at the policy committee for going through, and thank you, Doug, for having a flexible policy with it, and hopefully we'll see even more people connecting in person and in the hallways, and that it won't be an issue. Hopefully that as long as the internet devices are away, they won't even need to be thought about, so.
Okay. Mrs. Hutchinson?
Ditto what all of my colleagues have said. Welcome, Ms. Hollenbeck. Mr. DeJorm, I just got to think when you were talking about the handbook. I wonder if we should also reach out to previous student board members that we had to see if they had any feedback of things that maybe they wish they would have known, or wisdom that they want to pass on to the new students moving forward. That also might be an area where we can look into getting their feedback as well.
Sure.
And I'm
Just get
welcome to
list the names and maybe how we can
Yeah,
contact
yeah.
their parents to get in touch with them.
Yep, I do
Yep.
have a couple of contact information for some of them.
One of them we just approved tonight.
So if you need any help with that, please let me know. And that's it. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Well, I hope that some of you in the administrative roles have been able to enjoy some of the summer. I know that you guys have been working really hard the last couple of weeks. I can't believe that we're already like almost a month with school being out. I have seen, because I'm out and about, I've seen some big progress going on, especially at Fairgrave and GRB with the outside of our capital projects, making some great strides in those Fairgrave stairs, which has been something in the making for a long time. And I know that we have some summer school going on. I've been hearing some good things. There's a really great program going on that Mr. Broderick is doing with our students, and a lot of our coaches in the district are helping over at the War Memorial, and I've seen, some good things come out of that as well.
Very busy
You've
this
been able
summer.
to get over
Yes.
there,
And this week plan on heading over to join that group that you just mentioned,
Yeah.
the athletics.
so it's great things for our kids happening still over the summer. And the weather's great, so that's been good for them. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for everybody joining in and participating in our board retreat today. It's always eye-opening to, some of us have been on a while, but to go back to the basics. Along with Mr. DeJorm doing the student handbook, we are also going to put something in place for our board handbook as well for the grown-ups. And so we should probably start thinking about when we can all get together and meet on those. And input from everybody, even if we're not all on the same committee, is great. So if anybody has any ideas for either Mr. DeJorm or myself when it comes to either one of those handbooks.
Can we, sorry to interrupt. I'm just thinking former board members like Mrs. Griffin would be a phenomenal resource to have.
Yep.
Pulling
Yep.
those resources
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
to see if
That would be great. I'm sure
Committee
she
or
would
something.
be very happy to help us out. And we
Yeah,
also
I think
got,
she would.
we also received the board, the student, not the student, Mr. DeJolman has those, the board handbook from the Heather, just pulling a blank on her last name. She did our NISBA retreat last year. There. She works for NISBA, and she sent us her district, because she's also a Board of Education member, their handbook as well. And I know that we can definitely look out into other school districts as well, so. But it's just something nice to have, because a lot of us have questions when we're jumping in and wanting to take on school board roles. And, it'd be nice for the community to kind of know, as well as our students knowing, hey, is this something that I can do, that I want to do, that I can be part of? And I think it'll be good going forward.
it would be nice to, if we could, I'm just thinking, publish it on our website.
Yep, right, maybe
because
where our
people
policies and
who
things are.
are interested in joining the board, and sometimes we have good intentions,
Yes.
that I'm gonna join the board to solve this issue, and then realize that's not our role.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
maybe a handbook published on our website or whatever.
Definitely.
So they know exactly the role of what the
Yep.
board is.
Yep, that's a great idea. So, anything else anybody wants to add? Anybody want to jump in on a second public forum? Got no takers out there today. We do not have executive session, so we can cross that right off the list. And we'll move on to action 9.01, adjournment.
Move it. Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstaining? Passes 600. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining.